Hi, Shane here from Shane Bar Shoe Repairs. Got some well-loved slippers. Heels are quite butchered down on them, and the sole goes sort of right up to the top where it's stitched there. It's quite a nice, comfortable EVA product, so we're going to keep that and just trim off the soles and run a new piece right the way through. There's going to be some pieces here on the toe that are worn down a bit too far, so we'll have to build those up, square them up, and then pop a new sole right the way through. And the uppers, they're just looking pretty terrible, so we'll give them a clean, bit of colour. We might even tempted to make them shiny actually. We'll see how they come up once we've got the soles on, and we'll just start experimenting around on the inside here with a bit of colour and see what looks nice. Let's get started. So cut some soles out. And now we're going to jump on the grinder, grind this old tread back, and then start doing the build-ups and that. Ground that smooth, and we'll do some proper measurements in a minute. Back there, ground a bit of an angle off there till it's nice and crisp. We'll put a bit of material in there and grind that smooth. At the front here, I think we're going to get lucky and just get that new piece straight up to there like such. I'll show you it again shortly. Had that bit ground up at the back there. Got an offcut here that's got glue on it, that's got glue. Just going to reheat that to activate it. Line that up on there. Get a really good press around the edges there. A bit of the jolly old hammer. Knife it off reasonably close so we don't have to grind so much. It's certainly quiet in here today. We're actually closed because it's the weekend, but it's also COVID-19 in 2020, so shops are basically shut at the moment, and we can come in and fix our own slippers. And we can do a bit of work at the moment. It's level 3, so we are open contactlessly for business, and in a week or so it'll probably move to level 2 and things will start to open up again. But it's certainly interesting times. So we've knifed that off as best we can there, and then we'll pop it onto the grinding machine and just grind that back to fit, and I'll glue that bit up there as well. Got those worn down bits built up to the square. Now we're going to glue the soles onto those, and then we'll trim them up and start looking at those uppers, which really do need some help. With the stitches on this tip being so close to the edge, once the sole's on, we're not going to be able to grind around it without ruining the stitches. So I've shaped this tip up already and made a mark on both, so when we come to put it together, we're going to line that up like that, and the rest of it will glue on. Then we'll trim the rest of it back. So we're going to get these lines. I should actually watch the lines, not the camera. Get that together and roll it onto the rest of the shoe there. Give that a good press just by hand around those edges while it's still warm to make sure it sticks. Then it's hammer time. Wondering whether or not we should squash those heels. But you don't want to squash them so much that it deforms the glue layer. Comes apart then. Let's have a check around and see if there's any gappy bits. Looks pretty reasonable, eh? Could have done a bit better job on that toe there, I reckon. And then we'll get in here with a knife and just cut that back. Yeah, it's certainly a quiet little shop without the customers coming in and out, the doorbell going off all the time. Be interesting to see what it's like once the levels change and once people are allowed out, whether or not they will actually go out and how much things will change over time. It's good to take your time while you're doing this bit and cut it off nice and accurately, because then it takes a lot less time on the grinding machine. And grinding's noisy and dangerous. Although, sharp knife can be dangerous, can't it? So that's coming along. Not sure how well that, that sole shows up a bit better. It looks a bit boring with that same pattern the whole way through, so I'll probably trim a piece off through here, maybe trim a little piece off around the edge as well. Just see how we go when we're doing it, see what it looks like. Right, I'll put the other one together, trim around these, and we'll have another look at them. So the soles are on and basically trimmed up. This one I've left all the way through. I'm not that happy with it. I think I'm going to do the same as that. Just looks a bit neater with that around the edge, and it stops that catching right at the edge. It just makes it look a bit more of a proper job. So I'll grind that through the middle there, take the burrs off them, and then we'll get into that upper problem. It does stand out, that new sole, a bit. I could do with a bit of paint, but I think I might wait another day because I wouldn't mind wearing them tonight actually. Sitting in front of the telly tonight. Cheers! Hi, Shane here. Just polished these shoes up. The soles are looking really good. Really was new buck to start with, but I've gone ahead and polished it. I am prone to going across the wet lawn with them. So quite a big repair for a $100 pair of shoes, $125 repair really. But I prefer to fix them up, get some more use out of them than throw them into the landfill. Much better use of a couple of hours on an afternoon. If you've got any questions, go to shanes.co.nz.